I saw curious life forms. And went to far-off places. Sup, life forms? What's going on, life forms? How you doing, life forms? Greetings, life forms. If you want to know how Kyle got here, go back and watch the previous video. You want us to watch a whole other video? Lame. It's like 4 minutes. Can't you just do previously on, like normal shows? If you insist. Ooh! And put a skip recap button on there. Then what would be the point of having the recap? Because just put one on there, okay? Fine, we'll do a recap, okay? Okay. Previously on Aquaria, the Tetras of Greenneon agreed to exile Kyle for a while for the good of the kingdom. They said their goodbyes and parted ways, for Kyle was to make the great pilgrimage to the nation of Crustacea. Kyle, wake up, Kyle. The shrimp of Red Cherry were fabulous dancers, passing dances down from generation to generation. Let's dance, Kyle. But Kyle was not in a dancey mood. After a while, the waters took him, and he began to dance. And as he danced, the waters of Crustacea granted him plus 10 recovery and plus 10 rejuvenation. Word of Kyle's miraculous recovery made its way to the kingdom. The Tetras of Greenneon sent for their compatriot, for they could not bear to be apart. And so Kyle bid those of the Red Cherry goodbye, and even though he had never seen them, Kyle felt gratitude for the great panda crab overlords of this nation. For without their consent, Kyle would have never made his way to the healing waters of Crustacea. Kyle would once again have to make the journey across the microverse to the glorious kingdom from whence he came, Aquaria. The Greenneons were made whole again. Upon his return, he noticed much of the kingdom hath changed, for time passes differently in the microverse. A human life form day is like a year in the microverse. A fortnight had passed in human life form time. In Aquaria, it was a 4th year. Flora flourished, and at the corner of his eye, Kyle saw citizens he did not recognize. The Autos of Synclus. Curious fellows that grew attached to the kingdom in Kyle's exile. It was another 4th year before the kingdom saw travelers. Clowns of the Kili tribe. The bigger male wastes no time establishing his dominion over the kingdom. The Aquarians valued strength, but valued confidence even more. And Maximus, yes, his name is Maximus, was the strongest, most confident in all the kingdom. Dear life form, the kingdom of Aquaria needs your help. None of its citizens have fingers and are unable to push buttons. If you are a life form that has fingers, push a couple of buttons down there. Do it for the good of the kingdom. 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 Maximus started engaging all in his path. Gladiatorial games were his jammy jam. The Greenneons were infamous for speed, and while they were quick, they did not want to engage in gladiatorial games. The smaller, less confident Killian, Minimus, presented a prime target. And whenever Minimus would go foraging for food, there Maximus was. Minimus would run and hide and asked the great deity Lifeiform to help end his suffering. Lifeiform took pity on poor defenseless Minimus and quickly found a place for Minimus and his mate Minima to take refuge. Thus Minima and Minimus had to, as Aquarians have done for 40 years, make the great pilgrimage. This time, due to well-established diplomatic relations, thanks to Kyle's sweet dance moves, Minima and Minimus were all but guaranteed asylum in the embassy of the great nation. And all they had to do was learn to dance.